Hello and welcome back to a series that has long been dormant on this channel, my reactions to TNG Season 1. It's been almost a year since I've done one. The last one I did was that horrible Wesley episode with all the kids, which I hated, which is probably why I sort of gave up on finishing them and just ended up forgetting about finishing this series, but I want to finish it. I'm, of course, a big Star Trek fan, but I had not seen Star Trek TNG Seasons 1 or 2 in their entirety, so I set out to watch Season 1 and react to it in its entirety, and I got like 2/3 of the way there, and then kind of lost interest, started doing Lower Decks and stuff, which was ended up people really loved, and I was really enjoying it, and I was getting a little bit bored with TNG Season 1, but now I've sort of rekindled my desire to finish that series. So I'm going to finish it. I'm not guaranteeing I'll do season 2, but maybe I will. And maybe I was considering maybe doing rewatches of some episodes that I love just for the heck of it, because I'm always down to watch Star Trek on the channel. And it seems like you guys enjoy watching it. So without further ado, let's get into the next TNG Season 1 episode. This is, of course, Home Soil.
Entering standard orbit now.
It takes very special people to live in such desolation.
Visionaries who don't see the planet as it is, but as it will be.
It's so funny after having been watching like Discovery and all the newer series recently, just the immediate hit of how different they used to film stuff in the 80s compared to now. I mean, obviously technology's transformed the industry greatly, but it's just such a different vibe straight away, and I love it. It's so charming.
Well, our free base, this is the Enterprise. Come in, please. Over.
Uh-oh.
Maybe no one's home.
Is everybody dead? Massive terraforming incident kill everybody?
Polara base to Enterprise. Yes, Captain.
Oh,
I'm Director Mandel and
that's Walter Gattel, General Gogol from the James Bond franchise. Another sort of working class actor in making an appearance in Star Trek. You'll love to see it. Great actor. Not that I've seen him in anything outside of James Bond, but he was great in those films.
I'm trying not to be rude, sir, but this is really very inconvenient.
Make it a little bit less obvious next time that you're hiding something. What could they possibly be hiding? They're just terraforming. They must have found treasure or something.
Unless you're absolutely refusing his permission to land at your station, prepare to receive our away team.
There you go.
As you wish.
It's like, damn, Picard didn't know you had it in you. Picard can be forceful when he needs to be. He's being very enthusiastic, though, about seeing the terraforming station. Don't know why he cares that much. He just knows something's fishy, I guess.
Welcome to Valara 3. Please.
This lady's very accommodating.
I want you to remember.
Maybe it's just Walter Gattel there that's hiding something from his crew here. Or she's covering it up.
Where were you manufactured? Are there others like you?
Both matters are subjects of protracted discussion.
There are others like him, but they're rare. And when they show up, they bring bad news. So there's only 4 people working at this station? I guess they're not. I thought they were terraforming the entire planet. They must be doing it. And maybe they're just in the preliminary phase.
We take a lifeless planet and little by little transform it to an M-class environment capable of supporting life.
So they're doing the whole planet. I guess it just isn't that... It doesn't require a huge number of people to do it. I thought it would be this massive process, but I guess it's just a very slow process needed to just do with a handful of crew.
And when the process is complete, we'll have a lush, arable biosphere.
In 35 years. Walter Gattel probably won't even live to see his work complete.
Could the increased conductivity be caused by the high saline content?
That was my first thought, but
Arthur, the factors do not support that conclusion.
Okay, that's a clue. Something to do with saline content in the water. They're hiding something about it. Maybe they fucked up, and it's their fault that the water is so high in salt content.
Shouldn't you be in the hydraulic chamber, Arthur?
now
Yes.
12 seconds later.
Sound like I expected him to be in pieces with the agonizing screams I was hearing. Oh, he is pretty badly injured, actually, though. He's like several degree burns.
Arthur Mallinson, the hydraulics engineer, has been critically injured by a laser drill.
Oh, he didn't die. That's good. He looked like he was well dead. So that's sabotage? Murder? Somebody tried to kill him with a hydraulic laser?
I've seen malfunctions.
But this, I can't explain it.
The laser blasts seemed to end when the yelling stopped.
That's true, yeah. I was just about to say, well, of course it stopped. He was dead, or he was presumed dead, but yeah. So they just wanted to injure him? Whichever one of them programmed it? But it seems like it has a conscience, though, right? Maybe we've got some sort of rogue AI going on here.
I am now running the base drilling program.
Uh-oh. The worst action sequence I've ever seen. I mean, Data could literally just rip that thing off the wall. It's not really a threat to him.
Are you all right?
Yes?
Well, what happened? Did you do anything which might have set it off?
No. But the firing program was dynamic.
Well, I mean, they were testing it. Leave it off. Obviously, it's uncontrollable.
I use
See, I said. He could just bend it like a freaking spoon.
I had no choice.
Yeah, it literally almost just killed your friend, critically wounded him, and you're concerned about the stupid drill.
You have no right to interfere.
Mr. Mandel, an attack on one of my crew gives me the right.
Mendel doesn't even care about the fact that his crew member was almost killed, so he's definitely up to something no good. Keep them all on the ship until you figure this crap out, Picard.
What are they hiding? What could be so important that one or all of them could be desperate enough to kill?
They accidentally created a rogue AI. It was like a terraforming system, and it became self-aware, I'm guessing.
Sabotage, whatever. The answer's there on the planet. Tasha, I want you to provide Counselor Troy and me with complete personnel records of our 3 guests. Site profiles, training, everything. I'm looking for motive, intent.
This is a straight-up murder investigation now. Not even an investigation. Murder inquiry. Picard the detective. Dixon Hill. In all but name. What is this flashing on his face? Power's supposed to be all off, so what the hell is this?
Nothing but basic elements. Inorganic. No carbon. Sandy texture.
What am I looking at? This is like a tunnel that was cut by the drill? Is that what this is? And there's something flashing in it?
It'll be alive. It's inorganic.
Whatever it is, it could be what they are covering up.
They discovered an inorganic life form? So it's like some sort of technology then? Well, no, he said it was basic elements. This is very Star Trek. Give it that.
What are we looking at?
It's beautiful, whatever it is.
Why are you even here, Wesley? Get out of here. Oh, let me guess. He's going to be the one who figures out how to communicate with these weird things.
Disregard incongruity and theorize as to source. Life.
Life. It's beautiful. Alright. Just because you know that it's alive, well, I guess the next step is figuring out how to communicate with it.
Federation Recon Expedition certified Velara 3
So,
lifeless.
Understand.
this must be a sort of... They were killing them, probably, while drilling, right? So that somehow the life forms are retaliating against the terraforming crew?
You hit it pretty hard, Captain.
What do you think, Counselor?
Terraformers are often obsessive. It frequently goes with a career profile.
Why? They're just scientists. Why do they're normally obsessive? Are they going to try to use Riker to seduce this lady into giving him the information they need? It's a good role for Riker. Good job for him.
Everything I've worked so hard for is falling apart.
I mean, but another massive breakthrough in scientific discovery just happened, so you should be... I mean, I guess they didn't discover it, but it's something else to celebrate. Yeah, you can't keep terraforming in this place, but something great has happened from this.
Magnification deactivated.
Oh, you gave birth. Look at that. Now that's truly beautiful. 2 little glowing balls.
Only life can replicate itself, Doctor.
Activate quarantine field.
Uh-oh, it's resisting. Well, yeah, they just said it has an energy field around it.
Translation, from whom?
It's trying to talk to them. It's hijacking the system to talk to them.
It's trying to communicate with us.
Let it. Let it do what it needs to do to talk to you. There's no reason to assume that it has hostile intentions. Well, I guess that's not true because it did kill a guy. Assuming that it must have been responsible for that.
Director Mandel, I put it to you again. What do you know about these life forms?
Not a thing.
Enough.
Yes, Picard's seeing right through his shit. Obviously he's lying, but why is he... Was he just hiding it because it would stall... It would just stop all of his work? If he's actively killing these things, then he's in even more trouble.
I knew that there were random energy patterns. Yes, I knew that. But not life. Not by any definition that I've ever heard.
If he didn't think it was life, why would he be hiding it? He knew. Or he feared, maybe.
Tell them about the pattern in the sand.
Oh, yes.
Oh, he knows too? So it's just the lady that doesn't know? That'll explain why she was so kind and welcoming when everybody showed up. This is all a big conspiracy.
And we were not looking. And therefore we did not see.
All right. At first you dismissed it. But then...
Does that justify it? I mean, they are scientists. You think they would have investigated a little bit. Maybe that's not their field. I mean, it is their field. So why wouldn't they look into it more? Yeah, I think all bullshit on that. Mendel.
As the building of the terraforming station went forward, the patterns in the sand ceased being random. They became very specific.
You're incriminating yourself more and more. If you're noticing a pattern, why didn't you investigate it more?
That these patterns were attempting to communicate.
Yeah, it was some sort of communication telling them, hey, stop freaking killing us. It's the same thing as Devil in the Dark from TOS with the Horta, with his silicon nodules.
What is this?
It's a silicon nodule.
It's divided again.
Patch visual to observation lounge.
Uh-oh. It's going to keep reproducing? Oh, it's going to keep reproducing until you can't contain it anymore. Get it off the ship. Leave the planet.
But is it alive?
Probability positive.
I wasn't asking you.
They've already classified it as life. Just a different type of life. Move on. Who the hell is this? This is another chief engineer? There's been like 3 already in this first season. I only remember McDougal, though.
Sir, no matter what I do, the energy goes somewhere else. What if it hits the sick bay or nursery?
Hold off.
Or the warp core? Then you're all dead. You just gotta let it do what it's trying to do. If it's just trying to communicate with you, let it.
Ugly, giant bags of mostly water.
Yeah, he just wanted to talk to you so it could insult you. Ugly bags of mostly water. Ugly bags of mostly water who've been murdering us.
We ask that you be gone. We call. We talk. You do not listen.
We didn't hear
Yes, see? Oh, come on. Don't get pissy, Picard. You gotta go. It's their planet. Leave them be. This is a classic Star Trek dilemma. You can't interfere.
It killed Mallinson.
We see and hear you now.
But Mallinson killed a large number of them, presumably.
Made us kill. War is now with you.
War is now with you. I don't know how those things are going to wage war against the ship. Well, it's going to take over the ship. That'd be good. These little balls controlling the Enterprise, hunting down humans. The more they reproduce, the stronger they get. So they're like bonding and forming a brain, essentially. Tell you, I don't know how you gotta make peace with these things. Say you're sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Transporter power being redirected, sir. We are unable to affect it.
That was never gonna work. It was too obvious, too easy a solution. You have to negotiate with it. That's what you're best at, Picard. Be the diplomat that you are.
I need your help.
Unbelievable.
It said you were trying to kill some of them. I need to know how.
I don't know.
What do you mean, don't know how? It was the drilling. The drilling is what killed them.
Perhaps somehow that saline water sustained them.
It connected them.
So water is a conductor. Water with minerals. So they connect in the saline water.
If we had continued to remove that water, we would have destroyed them all.
At least she's showing remorse because nobody else is. Or on the terraforming crew. Certainly not Mendel. What the hell is that? It shattered the glass too?
We found traces of cadmium salts. Now, cadmium is a conduit for converting infrared into electricity.
Meaning?
The
Light.
Microbrain might be photoelectric.
So turn the lights off. It's what's powering it. Turn the lights off. But this is too easy. It can't be that easy. But also the things live in a layer of saline fluid under the surface, right? So then how is the light what's charging them?
That narrow layer where the light got through the sand to the water.
Okay, that's where the light gets through the sand. How are they able to do that? I thought that this thing was controlling every system in the lab. How can they could just turn off the lights?
More light, please.
Only if you will talk to us.
More light. Bags of water. I need light.
Must go home to wet sand. War over.
I really have no idea. How the hell is Universal Translator interpreting this? Is it like flashes, or it's somehow talking through Universal Translator? I guess, like, is it's wired to it now?
You are still too arrogant. Come back 3 centuries.
3 centuries. Not going to change that much in 300 years. I'm not sure they'll be any less arrogant. It's like something Q would say. Maybe these things to become Qs.
I wish we were able to learn more about them, sir.
In time, Mr. Data. And we're better prepared.
What an easy resolution to this whole issue. 1 second, the Enterprise was at risk of being destroyed, and the next second, just turn off the lights and they're powerless. The resolution for Devil in the Dark was much better, with Spock communicating with it and appeasing it.
The altar of tomorrow.
Or maybe those things, they kind of look like the crystalline entity. Maybe that's what they become.
Perhaps the lesson we have learned from this near tragedy will prevent it from happening elsewhere.
All of that was tied up so quick. Oh, you're powerless, bye. We don't want to fight with you, bye. Okay. Well, that was far from my favorite episode of Star Trek, I have to say, but as a return to Season 1 of TNG, it was kind of what I was expecting. Pretty slow at the beginning, not much tension, and even when the tension was there, it was kind of undercut really quickly by the resolution at the end. This episode was just a remake of Devil in the Dark, but a far less successful one at that. It was, the resolution was too quick. The idea of inorganic life is interesting, and like I said, very Star Trek, and they're reproducing, and they're coming out of control, and they're forming this brain. Cool concept, but it didn't really go anywhere, except for the fact that they were able to hijack the ship. But like I said, cool in concept, but very little action. This was more like a sort of, I was going to say, philosophical dilemma, but it's a Prime Directive issue, really. The non-interference with not Prime Directive, but we can't go to this alien planet and take over and kill all the life on it, even though we can't define it as life. Eventually they did. But yeah, an okay episode. I'm expecting to be like this from here on out for TNG Season 1, but like I said, I'm determined to finish it, so I'm gonna. And maybe that will someday lead to more TNG reaction in the future, Season 2, I don't know. But let me know what you think of this episode. Were you watching this when it came out? Have you watched it since? Do you think it's a solid episode? As far as Season 1 goes, it's pretty solid, I would say. I don't think it's in the upper echelon, though, probably in the middle area. It's not one of the worst, I don't think, that's for sure. It was pretty harmless. But yeah, let me know. As always, get the conversation started. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, and I will see you next time.